My name is Bree. I'm a registered nurse. I have 2 kids. They're 3 and 1, and I'm married. After my second kid, I never fully felt like I did recovering from my first. Like, I always just felt like way more tired. And I was like, is this from having a second kid? Is this from being a mom and having a crazy toddler and a baby? Or like, is this something more? And so I just kind of watched my symptoms for a few months, and I just had a lingering feeling. I was like, my iron is low, like something is wrong with me. And I just felt like I could put a T to it. I felt like crap. I was really, really tired, and I felt a lot of mom guilt because I wanted to play with my kids and I wanted to do things with them. I just didn't feel like I had energy to. Like, I've always been super active, super fit, and then coming down from my second kid, I was like, oh my gosh, like, what is wrong with me? I am so tired, I have brain fog, and I would be at the ER working and I would pass out because I just didn't feel good. And I'd had heart palpitations, and I was just like, all of these are symptoms or signs that my iron is low. So I got it checked, and my iron was super low, like almost non-existent, and then I felt like everything made sense. So I just went to my primary care and got just like a regular routine physical. And she drew the labs, and then she gave me the results. They called me the next day, and they're like, your iron's super low, like you need to start supplementing right away. And she originally wanted me to supplement for 6 months, and then if they didn't go up, then do an infusion. But I just didn't feel comfortable with that because I had felt like crap for so long and I had been supplementing. So I went to my OB and I explained everything that was happening, and she was really shocked. She's like, you need like 5 infusions over 2 weeks time to get to even like a normal range so you can feel like a normal person. Then from there, I reached out to Modwella to see what their process was and sort of compare prices. My insurance quoted me like crazy. It was $1,500 for just 1 infusion, and I was supposed to do 5, and I was like, that is not doable with like a small family and kids, and they're expensive. Going to Modwella, where they're almost like 1/3 of the price, so that's what I chose. It's just doable. I can do it at home, which was super convenient because I don't have to worry about finding a babysitter and going to the infusion and sitting there and coming back. And so it's just really nice to have it be affordable, have it at home. I can have a nurse that I actually know who it is and just feel a lot more comfortable. This is my 4th infusion. I actually don't even notice or really recognize when she's pushing the iron. It doesn't taste like anything. Like, it might taste a little bit like stale water, if that makes sense. It doesn't taste metallic. You don't get nauseous. I don't get lightheaded. I really don't have any side effects other than when I'm done, like that night and the next day and so on. I just feel so much better. I'm like, I feel like I felt like when I was in high school, or like when I could keep up with myself and I can keep up with my kids, and you know, I just feel like I'm less prone to stressors, so I feel like I can just be a better mom. So I've had endometriosis, and up until my second kid, like, I didn't have a ton of symptoms, but postpartum and then my endometriosis just got so bad that my periods were so heavy, and that's why I was losing so much iron. So it didn't really matter what I was taking orally, I just wasn't consuming enough. So I felt like IVs were the only way that my body could process and metabolize all of it, and that's when I actually noticed a difference. I actually had a patient 2 weeks ago. I did her IV, and she's like, something's wrong. Like, I've done my labs, everything's coming back normal, but I go to work and I pass out, and I go to the ER and they're telling me like it's in my head, I just have anxiety. She's like, but I know like something else is wrong. She was saying she had a lot of brain fog, fatigue, lack of energy. She also had a kid that's like 8 months old now, and she's like, I just don't feel right. Like, there's something inside of me telling me it's not just my anxiety. And I told her, I was like, I guarantee you that your iron is low, because it's not a routine lab that they will draw. You kind of have to ask for it. And she drew her labs, and she texted me last night, and she's like, oh my gosh, like my iron is like 4. And I was like, it totally sucks, but you have an answer to what's wrong with you, and you have something that can help you. So I just feel like moms and women in general just really struggle because people kind of chalk it up to, oh, you're a mom, like you don't get a lot of sleep, or oh, it's all in your head, you have anxiety and depression, but like a lot of times like it's something else is really wrong. So just doing some labs will tell us if you're deficient in something. So it's really nice that Modwella can draw labs. We just come to your house, we draw it, we take it to the lab, so you don't have to worry about anything. Because that's also another stressor being a mom. You don't want to leave your kids, but then it's a, stressor to bring them into the appointment, and they're running around getting into stuff. But so I had my labs drawn with my OB, and we sent them in for this process. So it's really nice that you have two options. You can send it in, but it's also really nice you can just stay home and have a nurse come to you. I had a lot of clients ask if we do iron infusions, and for a while we didn't, but it's so nice now that we do, because I almost feel like if somebody's like, this is what's wrong with me, I can help fix them. I'm like, you have stomach problems, I can fix you. You have low iron, like I can help you. So it's just nice to have all of these things at my fingertips that I can offer people, and it's nice that they can stay home and do it, and they don't have to go in, they don't have to add it to their crazy schedule. Like, I can come in, they can still work, and do all of the infusions or stuff that they need.